Hi everyone, my name is Lydia Habib and I'm an environmental consultant, and today I will discuss why we should approve grants to fund the revision of 9B regulations governing non-federal oil and gas activities project. First, let me give you a brief summary about what the project is. The lead agency for this project is National Park Service, and it's reviewed by EPA Region 4. The main goal of this project is to identify gaps in the existing regulations and enabling the National Park Service with more resources to protect parks and visitors. The need for a revised set of regulation become very compelling as the old regulation have been in effort for the last 37 years without any updates. The National Park Service took responsibility of this project as part of its mission to reserve different park resources, including wildlife and endangered species, for future generations. My contact person at the National Park Service is Mr. Michael B. Edwards, who is a project manager at the Environmental Quality Division of National Park Service. What is the new regulation all about? First, let me explain how these new regulations are different from the old ones. During my interview with Mr. Michael, he advised that the old regulations had some significant loopholes in them that made it harder to protect resources, so they wanted to fix them. Also, he mentioned that the old regulations were harder to understand and to enforce. The penalties of violating the regulations were either something that was really harsh or nothing. There was no middle ground. And so the National Park Service was looking to come up with something that allowed them to kind of work with operators, not just either comply or we shut it down, because that approach didn't really work. Also, how these new regulations will affect all grandfathered in companies. According to Edwards, another reason for the need of these new regulations is that the old grandfathered in oil and gas companies were already operating under the old regulations that didn't have to be in compliance with any modifications of the old regulation. What does that mean in practice? Is that probably 50% of oil and gas operators were exempt, but now they're not, and that allows National Park Service to better protect the resources and the park units. How this project will help to reserve environmental resources for future generations? First, the new regulation will enhance visitor safety by improving the site appearance. Second, the new regulations will monitor the use of machinery and equipment during the gas exploration process. Third, grandfathered and oil and gas companies will now comply with the new standards and recommendations. Challenges. One of the challenges that we spoke about during the interview was the coordination and the cooperation between different parties involved in the gas excavation process. These parties include, for example, the government, the investors, and the operators, park management, and sometimes other residents, especially if the work is taking place in or nearby sacred land for Native American Indians, Alaska Natives, and Native Hawaiian tribes. Monitoring. Air monitoring programs created by Air Resources Division monitor and establish different air quality conditions and standards. Such initiatives assess trends of air pollution levels and determine any in compliance with the given regulations in all national parks, including parks where gas exploration operation present. Here are my references. Thank you so much and have a great day.